Hey gang, AV here, and welcome to the 5th figure in my Sideshow Christmas countdown, namely Darth Vader, version 2, with the real action hero body. But as usual, to start things off, I'm going to step into the shot and grab the box. And just in case you hadn't noticed by now, my clothes have not changed over the last 5 videos. That's because I'm filming it all in the same night. The miracle and magic of filmmaking, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the box. And as usual, the box has a front. It's got a back. It's got a side. It's got another side. It's got a top. It's got a bottom. And it's got a gatefold, which you open up and see the figure on the inside, which is cool. Of course, it's not there anymore because the figure is out. And as usual, there are a few items that he came with, which I do not currently have posed on him. We're gonna get to those right now. This is his this plastic thing you see in the back here, taped to the back of the thing. This is actually his display base. Let's see if I can turn it around so you can see it better. And it's actually very reminiscent of like a Japanese doll Revoltech base. It's got the flying, the tube to simulate flight. It's got the main support disc. It's got several of these positionable grabber claws to hold the figure. But as you've noticed, I don't have it on the figure itself because he doesn't need it. He stands perfectly well on his own. He comes with several different types of hands, as you can see. He's got the pointing finger. He's got a left hand grasping hand, closed fist. He's got a left hand relaxed hand. He's got his stump from when his hand got cut off in Jedi. This is actually very interesting. These are actually two hands like fused together that you clip onto his wrists to make it look like he's got his arms crossed. Very cool. Relaxed hand again, and a closed fist for his right hand. And of course you have his instructions right there. Alright, I'll get the item tray out of the way and have a nice look at the figure itself. Alright, and give you a nice little 360 of them. As you can see, just the cape back there. Okay. First off, yeah, that's not your imagination. That's his lightsaber. It's lighting up. It lights up just by turning the base of it, which is tough to do because I'm holding the figure. Let's stand him up. Turn it off. There you go. Figure also talks. There is a button underneath his tunic on his back, and if I can find it, it's usually not that hard to find.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. You don't know the power of the dark side. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
It randomly cycles through his words, I believe.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
He does say other stuff.
You don't know the... There is no escape. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
Come on.
You don't know the power. I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan, if that is your destiny. I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last.
No, oh,
The
jeez.
circle is now complete.
He almost took a header. Look at that.
Now I am the master.
Now, that wasn't a very good demo because he does say a half a dozen other things, but for some reason he was only cycling through those 2 or 3. There's one where he just does the breathing, there's one where you hear the lightsaber going off, there's a whole list of things. I heard them all the other day, but so I'm not sure what was going on with that. But as you can see, like, I mean, look at the detail on his chest. Very nicely done. Very nicely done helmet, I should say. He does have a removable helmet, and yes, it does remove in the 3 stages that you're familiar with. And he does have the scarred visage of Anakin Skywalker, played by Sebastian Shaw from Return of the Jedi, which I will be showing off at the end of this video for a particular reason, which I will not get into here. But anyway, he's got this nice leather or pleather jumpsuit, which you can see on his legs and arms. He's got his little tunic with the pleats coming down for his little tunic and skirt. He's got the armor piece there. He actually does have the chain. Whoops, I'm not on camera, damn it. He does have the chain that holds his cape on, and it's permanently attached in the middle to his armor so that it stays in place. His cape does have the wire sewn into the seam, so you can pose it however you want. And of course, the lightsaber does come out of his hand. And I believe that it is possible to take the blade out so that you can hang it on his belt. There is a very obvious hook here and a little clasp on the end of his handle there for it to be hung. But I don't want to break it, and the instructions are in Japanese, so I'm not sure how to do it. But as I said earlier, this is the real action hero body, not the standard Sideshow muscle body. And as such, his posability is a little different. Well, maybe different's not the right word, because he's got just as much posability, but it just goes about it in a slightly different way. Like, for instance, his wrists, they actually come out and then bend. And you can see he's got some pretty nice looking joints in there. They're not like the clunky plastic joints that you're used to with these types of figures. He's got like a metal pin in there. His ankles, again. His feet and the tops of his boots are actually 2 different parts, so that you can actually pose his feet independently of his boots, which is very nice, because on all the figures I've shown you previously, especially that Luke Skywalker, because he's wearing the high top boots, you can't pose his feet. Darth Vader does not have that problem, which is a big reason why I was able to actually pose him without the base. Oops. So yeah, he's got very good posability, very tight and free move. The joints are free moving enough that you don't feel like you're going to break the guy, and they are solid enough to hold whatever pose you put him in. So this being the only exposure I've had with the real action hero's body, I'm very impressed so far. Very impressed. Okay, I'm not sure what else to say about him. I mean, He is a great looking figure, although there are two major gripes I have. The good, I've just gone over all the good things. The bad is got to be his height. He's not in proper scale. He's not in the proper 1/6 scale because he's only 12 inches tall. I mean, let's face it. He and Harrison Ford should not be the same height. You know what I mean? He should be up here. Don't you think? So that's the only bummer, really. I just wish he was about another inch, maybe an inch and a half taller. Just because that imposing height would have made him just awesome. But the detail on this guy is phenomenal. I love the fact that the lightsaber lights up. The talking gimmick is nice when you get it working. I mean, it's not like a clunky voice box he has either, like from a mass-produced toy. It sounds very authentic. Sounds just like James Earl Jones is sitting there saying it to you. I mean, it's not clunky or anything at all. It's a very nice recording and very nice speaker spewing out that dialogue. I just don't know why it was only cycling through the same 2 or 3 things. I had him saying a lot of other things the other day. Not sure why that is. Posability is very nice. Costume is exquisite. The sculpt on the helmet, sculpt on the paint on his chest, everything really, really cool. The ugly thing about this, and like I promised, I have to show off the head, right? The ugly thing about this is just because the way the head and the neck come together, it's very easy to pop his head off. Try and, oh, yep, there it goes. That's the ugly. Very easy to take his head off. But yeah. Nice sculpt and paint on the head sculpt. The scarred Anakin. Very easy to take his head off, and not that easy to put his head back on, unfortunately. So while I'm probably going to mess with that off camera and then restart the film for the closing, but I just wanted to show these things off while I have it detached. I mean, there's a lot of painted detail even on the inside of his neck brace here for his helmet. Here's the face plate. And if you look, the eyes, they actually have made from a different type of plastic, so they actually have like the reflective lens quality to them. Very nicely done. And of course, he's got a helmet. Alright, I'll pause the video while I recapitate. And we're back. He is recapitated. His head has been rejoined with his body. And all in all, I gotta say, he's an awesome figure. He was very expensive. Easily the most expensive one on the table right now. But I missed my chance to have my Darth Vader the first time around. When I noticed that they were coming out with a version 2, I jumped at it. Even though it was expensive, I saved my pennies and I decided to get it. And I'm happy I have him. Like I said before, my first exposure to the whole real action hero body, but now I see what the hype is about. He has excellent joints. I mean, they are very smooth in operation, yet very sturdy. They hold the pose that you put him in. He is very well made. The paint detail and sculpt on him is excellent. I love the gimmicks. I love the voice activate, the dialogue that he has with the talking feature. I love the light up lightsaber. I am pretty sure again that I can take the blade off and hang the saber on his belt, but I haven't been brave enough to try to twist it off of there yet, just because I'm afraid of breaking it. And I'm not entirely positive that it's possible to take it off without breaking it. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. But yeah, I love the figure. This was the Star Wars Darth Vader version 2 Real Action Heroes. Just in case you are interested in trying to hunt one down. Once again, expensive, worth every penny. A little bit annoying because his head pops off, and a little disappointing because he is only 12 inches tall, but with all the good things about this guy, I can easily look past those two things. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the halfway point of my Sideshow Christmas countdown. Stay tuned, because in a couple of days, you will see the next 5 figures that I need to review between now and Christmas. And the next 5 will be all Marvel characters. So those of you who have been patient, those of you who are my comic book fans and have been patiently waiting, yes, they are on their way, so hang in there. And as always, this has been AV. Thanks a lot. If you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.